Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of, I guess, a sort of podcast while I'm just playing video games. We're just going to be doing our own thing, really, and talking about stuff. I'm joined here with Chris, and I'm playing Shotgun King. Chris, what are you doing?
Literally nothing at the moment.
Crazy, huh?
But, how are you doing, Luca?
Among Us.
You're real funny. You're real funny, pal.
No.
Well, actually, currently at the moment, I am pretty much going through, itch.io right now, looking through all kinds of horror games for this month to record and play. And probably for next year as well. Or just throughout the year. Found some creepy ones. What I have lined up here is... Let's see. Herobrine 1. Herobrine 2. Nullcraft.
Workplace. Oh, hey, cool.
There's another one. Total Chaos mod for Doom 2. That one I heard is like horrifying. Definitely playing that one. I don't know if I mentioned Night Reception. I'm looking for other stuff. If anyone has any ideas, please send them. I have Nun Massacre. That one, I'd probably literally die playing. Some other stuff. Trying to get any games that cost money that is currently free right now. Which is pretty awesome. I know there's a point that I was trying to make that I wasn't able to. When we were talking politics yesterday. About how war tends to, at least World War II did benefit the country like a bit, like economy and job wise. I don't really know how. I know we probably stole a lot of money from Europe considering everything, and now we became a pretty much top of the world superpower. I think that all has to play with pretty much winning wars. Keeps us pretty much on top. There was some stuff I wanted to get out there. I was never able to. So when we were talking about, the whole Ukraine war with Dom, I was gonna say, and I completely forgot, that I was proud of Dom for not being so biased against Russians, for simply being Russian. Because I kid you not, 2 years ago, I remember walking with him during the summer break, right? And he's telling me about it, and it's like, I'm like, okay, what would you do? And he said, I would nuke Russia. I'm like, what? Why would you nuke them? Because they're attacking Ukraine. I'm like, so you would nuke them?
Dirty commies.
Because they're what, just Russian? And he said, yeah. I'm like, okay. I don't mean to talk, behind his back, but he probably would even say, yeah, I said this. Or he'd deny it. One or the other. But he did say that. And he just hated Russians because of the whole Ukraine war. And I'm like, I think Russians are getting treated pretty poorly and unfairly for simply being Russian, who aren't even really a part of this war. They're just either, I guess you could say, forced into it, maybe, if that's even true. But I think it's unfair just to, be biased against Russians because they're Russian. You know what I mean? take that as a yes.
Yes, I do get what you mean.
Alright. So I was gonna say I'm proud of him for, saying I want the deaths on both sides to stop, because that's pretty much what he said last night. And that's all I wanted to say is I was proud of him for not being so anti-Russian.
Yeah.
But I remember, because we were playing Helldivers too, right? And I think it's just because he was angry, but he's like, I don't care about the Russians' lives. So it's like, he's, I think he disregards people's lives, if he sees them as, if he's angry, right? He'll just disregard, everything that's, I don't know, different to him. So people say, oh, he has a very, he's very passionate about climate change. To me, it seems like he's obsessed with it, because everything revolves around it.
No.
I'm telling you.
Damn it. No, I died. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
No, because, I was doing something for hunting course, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, he got all angry about it. And I'm like, why? And I said this as a joke. I kid you not. Let me guess, climate change? And he said, yep. Hunting apparently affects the climate. So I'm like, okay, this confirms it. He's not passionate about it. He's obsessed with it. So that little conversation there pretty much confirms it.
Dumbass.
But I love Don. No hard feelings. We already said that we're all good, so there's no problem there. But
John, for real.
it's just dumb for you. I love him. We're family.
Because you have to.
No, I do. Actually, believe it or not, I care about him.
Damn, that's crazy. You see, I would personally just take him outside with a can of baked beans and kill him. Anyway.
I'm gonna tell you a little, your channel only kind of exclusive story here. About one of my canceled videos. So, I was gonna do a video off of the Carson house. Fears of Fathom, I think that was episode 3. And it was almost perfect. I did have to restart the entire beginning of the game because it did not record what I wanted it to. But it had so many good jokes lined up. It was the perfect video I've made. I was going to make a version with my camera to show you guys, and then without it, to put on YouTube, because, I don't want to show my face. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
And I had to record almost full first half of the game, so all my jokes would have sounded scripted, because I was still going to do them, even though the first time's the best time, it's one take. Second time, it's just, at that point, it's just a script. But the reactions, the jump scares, how I reacted to the jump scares, it was perfect. It was like an hour and a half long. And then it didn't exactly get corrupted, but it just wouldn't really properly load. So I guess technically got corrupted. Either way, it was such a disappointment. I could not get it to the way I wanted it to be. So I just decided to ditch the whole thing and delete it. And I kind of regret deleting that video.
I don't blame you. I mean, people will always regret something in their life.
But, it was pretty sad. But yeah, I had to ditch that one.
Yeah, I could see why that'd be a pain in the ass for you. Let's
Yeah.
see, every 10 turns, add to +1. Kings look like add 1 king.
Oh, I found a great game. Poop Killer. Don't forget to flush.
A knight when he's hurt.
Track. Poop Killer. Yeah, I'm putting that on my wish list. It's only $1.
Okay, so now there's 2 kings. Fun. Oh, that was the real queen. Damn. Deleted unlock. Finish a floor by turn 6. +1 flex. No. How much of a pain in the ass will that make it?
What?
Rooks can now fire at me from anywhere. Okay, let's see. Boom. The upside down stars are funny.
Assessment examination.
Caltrips.
That's pretty cool.
I guess that's better than the other one. That's not. Shit, that's my best bet, but I don't think I'll even do enough damage. Unless... Yes. He had his thing on cooldown, didn't he? Is there a button for me just to manually reload or something? So Chris, tell me. speaking about war and all the good it does for some people, have you seen the new planes that they're making?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, it's kind of sort of like, you know, the F-22. Have you seen that thing?
Oh, no. Actually, maybe. No, I don't think so.
I think you should look into it, honestly.
What's it called?
F-22. It's a plane.
Stealth aircraft. Huh. So what about it?
Look at some of the shit that it could do.
Top speed?
1,500 miles per hour. Dang. First flight, 1997.
The Lockheed one?
No, like the newest one.
Newest one. Expected to remain in service into the 2030s. Huh. Next gen fighter in limbo. F-22 must dominate. U.S. Air Force released new $300 million F-22 Raptor. It's pretty cool. World's deadliest stealth plane.
I'm pretty sure they're fitted for, what's it called? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I'm not doing the tragic homecoming which buffs the queen. The F-22 also has, I believe, hypersonics. You know what those are?
No.
This bitch. Damn. I don't really know what else to bring to the conversation.
Wish I did.
Just about retarded as I am.
Yep.
Except I'm ADHD and autistic, you're just retarded.
Pretty much.
Not pretty much, that's basically what it is. Square legions. Oh, crap. Get to kill at night. Let's go. let me think about some other stuff. You've been seeing what they've done with some robots?
Yeah, I saw Elon Musk did.
They had a whole ass conversation with that one. Pretty crazy, huh?
Do you trust it?
What do you mean, do I trust it? Like, do I trust the robot?
Like, are you okay with it?
Well, I mean, in a sense, not much I can do about it, but like,
True.
you know,
One
depends
thing-
on how we do it.
I mean, out of all people, it's best to have Elon Musk be the one that's doing it than, some other random person, I guess. That's what some people say. But the thing I find funny is a lot of people complain about AI takeover, this fancy new AI or robots. Yet, okay, so we have this problem here, right? You complain about this problem. But if it's such a big problem, like such a big deal, then why don't you, get rid of it? Ban it. But apparently we don't really do any of those things anymore in this country. Unless there's something else I don't really know about it. That it doesn't allow us to ban it. Is there something that I don't know, or
What do you
is it
mean?
just... Like, if people complain about this problem so much, then why is there no, option to try and ban it or something? You see a lot of people, complaining about AI and how it's such a threat to the country. Okay, then, if it's such a big threat, then why don't you try and ban it?
Because it's more of like under the freedom to develop the country. And it's also useful for most people to be able to do that. Also, people are going to do that anyway, whether you want them to or not.
This has nothing to do with if I want it banned or not. I'm just saying, if you say it's such a big problem, then why don't you advocate for a banning rather than a further development of it? So, if you're complaining about AI, and you're like, it is what it is, but you keep complaining about it almost every day, then why don't you come up with some kind of solution? That's all I'm trying to say. It's like, if you hate
No, I
it so
agree.
much,
Put your money where your mouth is.
then why don't you start being an advocate for it being banned? I
Put your
could
money
care
where
less.
your mouth is.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, I could care less if it gets banned or not. Because to me personally, it won't affect me. It won't really affect... I think regular AI that helps you improve with your writing and stuff, that's fine. That does nothing wrong. But I think the AI that these people are talking about is the one that automatically gains its own conscience and whatnot. Don't we already have forms of AI? You've had that for a while, like in our military.
I mean, in some senses, yeah.
I don't think AI is going to gain its self-control. Like, it won't, all of a sudden one day become conscious. If it's programmed to do that, then it will. Things don't just automatically, unless, of course, you're an actual living organism. But, nothing gains conscience that's not actually, that doesn't have a soul. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, robots,
I remember
AI...
reading somewheres that we
It does-
gained consciousness. That we gained consciousness from, what's it called? Because it was it would like aid us in finding food better or something.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, the only reason, and I just want to wrap this point up before I forget. The only reason why robots or AI would ever become self-conscious is because it's programmed to do that.
Exactly.
It's following a certain algorithm. Because you know what happens? You see all these movies, and you know what? I think the the bureaucrats and the elitists in the government are just theater kids, and they want some form of, like, anything they see on a movie, they try and recreate. It's not even a joke. You see it happen live action. If they could create a zombie apocalypse, they probably would have done that already. But,
Probably would have, yeah.
But, AI would be programmed to be self-aware. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't just automatically do that. Like, AI uses an algorithm. That algorithm, I guess, in a way, it might be able to gain its own self-awareness if it follows certain things on the algorithm. Because people watch movies by AI becoming self-aware. You get all kinds of articles and crap like that on the internet, and maybe the AI starts picking up on that stuff, but it's not going to actually become self-aware. It's just going to read you off some articles and put it into its own little amalgamation of words, is what I think. That's pretty much what AI is. It just follows a certain algorithm that can be controlled, as we've seen it with Google's AI and ChatGPT. So AI isn't a threat like people say it is. Deepfakes, that's more of a threat than actual AI. AI is more of a threat to, like, voice actors. Stuff like that. But AI isn't a huge threat. It's not going to become some kind of self-aware monster. Robots, on the other hand, the worst that could happen.
Form and then I think maybe, but
say that again.
You give them form and then if you
like
give them form, then no.
Yeah. But that's kind of just to wrap up my AI thing. Now, robots, same thing, programmed. I think a lot of accidents will happen. A lot of incidents, maybe the robot malfunctions and it crushes someone's hand or whatever. That's gonna happen. That will happen. Doesn't matter whose hands it's gonna go into, it's never gonna be perfect. Probably each year there's gonna be like 10 different kinds of reasons why. Not even 10, like 1,000 different reasons why each year. Why not to trust these? And again, I'm not saying I'm an advocate for any of this stuff. I really am not the biggest fan of AI or these robots. I'd be perfectly fine without them. But, and I hate to be like, oh, it's here now, we have to deal with it, because I don't really like being like that. That feels more black-pilled, and I'm not exactly a fan of the black pill community. Because it's always so, like, gloomy, dark, and hopeless. It's like, there's no point in that. You're not gonna get anywhere with that. It's like saying you see no point in voting when there's a clear choice between the lesser evil and the one that's straight up from hell.
Exactly.
It's like you already know who to vote for. Stop saying, oh, because of my ideology. I mean, hey, if your ideology is not voting, because, maybe you're an anarchist, then whatever, I get that. But, if you say there's no point in it, it's like, there's clearly a point in it. It's either someone who does benefit the country but doesn't do exactly everything we want, or someone who will literally destroy our country. Who's it gonna be? Don't say there's no point, because if you say there's no point and don't vote, you're just gonna kill the country.
I agree.
And you're not gonna get what you're looking for.
Well,
that's why I think a lot of anarchists... Again, I know you're an anarchist, and I actually like you. And, you seem pretty consistent.
To a certain degree. My idea of anarchy is the people should govern the people, but I do still think that we should go and take whatever steps necessary is needed to get to that stage.
Yeah, I understand that. I might not agree with it exactly, but at least you're consistent with your views.
Now, do I think that a single person should have complete control over an entire group of people? No. Do I think that sometimes they need a leader? Yes. But am I saying that leaders should have complete and utter control? No. I think that people should have the control, but they should be able to push the people in a certain direction. In a sort of, like,
Yeah.
guiding.
That's kind of like the president. He's the leader, but he doesn't have full control.
No, he doesn't.
He shouldn't
But it's
have
not.
full control.
It's not like he has a lot.
Three
more
branches of the
control than I'd
government.
like.
Yeah. I think the control that most presidents have, depending on what they do, will determine whether what I think about them, pretty much. It's like, I'm saying not to, get with Donald Trump again, but if Donald Trump's in office, I don't really mind what he does, because I know he's not going to do anything that's going to, kill the country or anything. But if it's like, I don't know, someone, like Biden or something, then I'm worried.
No,
So it all
we
depends
don't
on
just
who it
hate
is.
Democrats. We don't just hate Democrats. There have been a few good ones.
Actually, I never cared for RFK Jr., but the more I see him, the more I actually kind of like him. I'm not going to vote for him or anything, but
He stepped
I
down
do
in
like
the
him.
running. Doesn't even matter.
true. I do actually like him, though. He's pretty cool. Tulsi Gabbard's okay. I don't really know what's... I don't really get why people like her so much. But, when RFK Jr. did the Harlem Shake, I always found that funny. I'm like, okay, this dude's pretty cool. He's pretty buff, too.
Yo, what's
For
up, my
guy in
original
his
gangster?
60s, 70s. But yeah, no, robots. It's like, yeah, I'm much more anti-robot than I am anti-AI. In
I
most
definitely
cases.
agree with that. I think that robots should not be allowed to have an AI inside of them.
But the one thing about Elon Musk is like he always complains about this AI and blah blah blah, and then what do you know? He brings out the brain chip that people just stopped talking about because it became irrelevant pretty quickly. Neuralink, yeah. Yeah, no, that just kind of stopped. It feels like a lot of his projects either fail, which again, that's, it's to be expected, right? Not because it's Elon Musk doing it, but just because there's a lot of futuristic. Yeah. But his Tesla, I heard that they have a lot of malfunctions, and he's telling people, AI is a threat to our country. Here, get Neuralink. It's like, okay, maybe work on your wording a bit better. That's all I'm saying. Because I do not trust it. But it's like, I like Elon Musk, but I don't... He seems kind of like a kid who watches movies and then tries to recreate something from those movies.
For mayhapsingly. But yeah, I think that's
Or maybe
gonna end off
two
today's
opposed.
video. I'd like to thank you if you watched all the way through. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay cool, stay in school, smoke crack. Bye. And Chris, do you have any final sayings?
No, I guess have a good night, everyone. Sorry about
whatever
my
time
voice,
you're
it sounds
leaving.
gay.
Okay, bro. Shut the fuck up and get on your knees now. Wait a minute, the recording ain't
With
over.
pleasure.
Give me a second.